Here's a number that stops people cold. 23,500 job postings in Q1 2026 explicitly asked for Microsoft's AI 102. Google's professional ML engineer? Same data set, far fewer. Let's break down what each cert is really attached to.
Wait. So the cert everyone says pays more shows up less? What's the catch?
The catch is lock-in. Azure Cognitive Services, the OpenAI integration, the compliance layer. Microsoft's entire stack is a walled garden. If a company lives in Azure, they need AI 102 engineers, full stop.
So Google's cert is more about TensorFlow, open models like Gemma, no single cloud's vendor lock. Does that mean a Google-certified engineer can bounce between jobs easier?
Exactly. The professional ML engineer signals you can build models that aren't glued to one platform. That's why some studies peg a 25% salary premium for it. It's portability on a resume.
But here's the twist. The average base for a Google-certified ML engineer last year clocked $160K, while AI 102 folks were pulling around $145K. So you're betting on a bigger ceiling, but you start lower.
And the break-even timeline is wildly different. AI 102's time to ROI is 1 to 3 months according to that enterprise salary survey. You cover the exam cost in your first week on the job. Google's cert takes longer to pay off because fewer entry-level roles demand it.
Speaking of cost, the AI 102 exam is $165. If you go through Coursera's Microsoft AI program, you grab a 50% voucher and pay $82. Total outlay? Under $400. That's basically free money if it gets you an $87K plus entry-level role.
Meanwhile, Google's exam fee isn't widely discounted, and there's no official voucher ecosystem. That means cash up front and fewer entry-level roles to quickly recoup your investment.
So the raw math is, pay $82, land a $145K median role in months, but cap around $180K, versus paying the standard exam fee, chasing a $160K median that can push past $200K after a few years. That's lock-in against ceiling right there.
Industry split is real. AI 102 dominates in high-regulation sectors like healthcare and government because Azure's compliance is baked into the exam domains. Google's cert lives in startups and research labs. One opens 23,500 enterprise job postings. The other goes deep in ML research. One is safe, the other is growth.
That's the exact pivot point. If you want fast enterprise money with a short ramp, AI 102 is the move. If you're aiming for architect roles at companies that build their own models, the Google cert's open source cred compounds because you can adapt to any toolchain.
Robert Half's 2026 range for AI ML engineers spans 134K to 193K. An average AI 102 certified engineer lands around 158K, while Google certified pros often push higher into the 100 to 75K plus tier. But remember the niche risk we'll unpack next.
But is there real data showing AI 102 holders plateau faster? Honestly, no dedicated study tracks that. What we do see is niche risk. If your Azure shop deprioritizes AI, your premium shrinks. Google's open source breadth offers a hedge.
It's not plateau, it's niche risk. You're a certified Azure AI engineer. Your value spikes inside an Azure shop. If that company deprioritizes AI or changes cloud, that premium shrinks. Google's cert is agnostic enough you can slide to AWS or on-prem without starting over. That's the flexibility premium in action.
So the ROI equation isn't just salary. It's resilience. Over a decade, a Google cert might survive 3 cloud shifts, but you've got to stay in the game long enough to collect. If you need a paycheck now, AI 102 is the fastest ticket.
And here's the kicker. AI 102 tests implementation, configuring Azure services. Google's cert tests architecture and design thinking. It's tactical versus strategic. That's exactly why Google cert holders often skip straight to architect roles after a few years.
For zero experience, the fast lane is AI 900, then AI 102. Together, they build Azure muscles and lead to entry roles paying $87K to $120K. Developers with a couple of years can leapfrog straight to Google's professional ML engineer cert and skip the low-code layer entirely.
But let's be honest. Most Google cert holders I've seen were already ML engineers proving competency, not breaking in. AI 102 is genuinely entry path adjacent because it's paired with those $87K entry-level Azure roles.
So the pivot point in practice. Career changer needing cash flow? Microsoft AI 102 breaks even almost instantly. Mid-level engineer building long-term capital? Google's cert compounds your market value over time. Both are solid. Pick the one that matches your current season.
One thing nobody mentions about Google's ML cert. It's not a learn a few services kind of test. It expects you to already think in TensorFlow, design neural network architectures, and handle Kubeflow pipelines. This isn't a checkbox exam. It's a full brain rewiring.
Hold on. Google charges a premium for its ML exam and doesn't pair it with a formal voucher program. Microsoft's path is different. Take the Coursera AI and ML Engineering Professional Certificate, and you get a 50% off voucher for AI 102. Drops the exam to about $82.
Here's the real math. The Coursera Microsoft AI and ML Engineering Professional Certificate, the one with the 50% voucher, runs about $294 at the high end of the monthly subscription if you finish in a reasonable time. Add the discounted exam at $82, and your entire investment to get a Microsoft AI certification is under $400. That's less than a lot of people pay for a single textbook.
$376. The entry-level salary for an AI ML engineer is around $87,000. That's roughly $335 a day. So literally, your first day in that role pays for the entire certification. The ROI is immediate.
But the story doesn't end with cost. Google's cert takes longer to master, but it delivers a heavier salary punch. According to multiple 2026 salary surveys, the premium for a Google Professional ML engineer, certified professional over non-certified peers, hits roughly 25%. Azure AI 102 typically adds 12 to 16%. Higher barrier, higher reward.
Let's put that into real dollars. The average base salary for a machine learning engineer is about $125,000. Add 25%, and you're at over $156,000. That's the kind of bump Google certification data from levels.fyi and industry reports are pointing to.
Exactly. But those Google-certified jobs aren't asking you to configure a cognitive service. They expect you to design neural network architectures from scratch. AI 102 is more deploy and integrate Azure AI services, which is why enterprise hiring managers gobble it up. 23,500 job postings in Q1 alone.
So it's not just a certification difference, it's a whole different career ladder. For someone pivoting with no ML background, AI 102 is the on-ramp. Google's cert is for engineers who already live inside TensorFlow and Kubeflow.
And let's be clear about Google AI Essentials. It's a 5-hour prompt engineering intro for non-technical roles. It's free, it's useful for PMs and analysts, but it is not a stepping stone to ML engineer. Don't put it on your resume and pretend it qualifies you for an AI engineering role.
So, if a sysadmin watching wants to slide into AI this year, the Microsoft path is dead simple. Start with the AI 900 Fundamentals exam. 2 to 3 weeks of study to get the vocabulary down. Then go straight for AI 102. That's your on-ramp. And if you want a side-by-side cost and ROI breakdown for these certifications, I've dropped a link to our free calculator in the description.
There are 2 distinct paths. Microsoft built an escalator. Start with the beginner-friendly AI 900 Fundamentals, then move to the associate-level AI 102, and you're qualified for enterprise AI engineer roles. Google offers a climbing rope. You must first master advanced ML skills on your own before attempting the professional ML engineer exam, targeting the highest paid research and engineering positions.
One is an air-conditioned escalator. The other is on fire. Microsoft's path gets you hired in enterprise IT fast, while Google's route pays the highest wages, but only after a grueling climb.
The numbers don't lie. Azure AI 102 engineers command an average 15% salary bump over peers. AWS Certified Machine Learning Specialty delivers a 20% premium. But Google's Professional ML Engineer certification gives you a 25% lift, the highest among cloud AI credentials. Higher premium, higher barrier.
Forget personal preference. The single question that dictates your ROI: which cloud vendor dominates the job listings in your target market? This 60-second check will save you months of wasted study.
Cloud vendor alignment trumps course quality every time. If Azure Cognitive Services dominates your city's postings, chasing a Google cert is a resume mismatch, not a career upgrade.
A hiring manager looks at your GitHub, not your badge count. Pick one cert, then build and deploy a real AI app. Say, a document processor using Azure AI Services. Link that repo on your resume. A working project proves you can ship, not just cram for an exam.
AI 102 is the fastest path to a six-figure enterprise salary for career changers. What 20K, 180K. Google's Professional ML Engineer is the long game that tops out your compensation ceiling at 150K to 10K. Your timeline and your local job listings pick the winner.
Stop scrolling and start moving. This 3-step checklist turns this video into a career decision you'll actually execute by Friday.
Real content that moves your career forward. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the exact study plan that gets you certified in a month.
Next week, we break down exactly how to pass the AI 102 in 30 days. Resources, practice exams, and the daily routine that works. See you then.